Hey fam, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mo Denise. Today we are going to be whipping up a Starbucks version of the lemon pound cake. And oh my God, here we go. We're going to incorporate 6 eggs into our bowl. I had a little oopsie with the 6th egg. It kind of cracked up a little bit, but we had to get the shells out. But it's okay because we got all the shells out. We won't be crunching on nothing. Then we're going to take 2 lemons and squeeze them. It calls for 2/3 cup of fresh lemon juice. So I did not measure this, but I just felt like 2 lemons would be enough. You want to add that to your eggs. And then I dumped a little bit of lemon extract. That's something I just added to the recipe myself. And you want to just whisk away. Okay, now we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. I use Himalayan pink salt for everything when I cook, bake, whatever. So that's what I just dumped in the bowl. And then we're going to get our baking powder and our baking soda together. So it's a teaspoon of baking powder. And it's going to be a teaspoon of baking soda as well. Now at this point, your egg batter should actually be getting a little thick and fluffy. I don't know if you can see on the camera that good, but it's thickening up and it's getting a little fluffiness. It's a little texture to it. Now we're going to go ahead and go to our coconut flour, and we're going to add the coconut flour in, and then I added the almond flour in next. Once you get all of your flour into the bowl, you want to just mix it up, and it should be nice and creamy as you're mixing it up, a smooth cake batter texture. I'm hesitant with stirring this right now because I'm not understanding why is my cake batter lumping up in my whisk. I'm not understanding this, but you know what? We're going to keep going. We are going to figure this out because I'm determined to make this lemon pound cake. But I'm like, maybe it's because I haven't gotten the coconut and the vanilla extract in there yet. So we're going to go ahead and get our vanilla extract and pour that in the bowl. So it's just a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to try to get right now I'm just trying to get the clunked up part of the batter out of the whisk because it's not incorporating anything too much. It almost looks like I'm making cookie crumbles or cookie dough or something. So I said, let's go ahead and get this coconut oil in there, and we're going to get a different utensil to try to stir it up to see if this batter loosens up at all. And then as I'm stirring, I'm noticing it looks like I'm making Play-Doh now. I have really failed at this point, and I don't know why. Like, I really don't know what the heck did I do. So I have to stop and think and look at the recipe again. Just give me a brief moment. Oh, okay. So instead of putting 5 teaspoons of coconut flour, my non-reading self put 2 cups of coconut flour. So this batter is an epic fail, and we're gonna go on with the fresh start because this is going nowhere. It's like paste. Now we have a fresh clean bowl, and we're gonna start over by incorporating our 6 eggs. I had much success with the 6 eggs this time. I did not crack any shells in the bowl. So we have clean, smooth transition of the eggs into the bowl. Then we're going to go ahead and get our lemon juice. This time, for some reason, I used 3 lemons. I don't know, because I thought the batter was a little clumpy last time. That's because I messed up. But I just went ahead and did 3 lemons. Who cares? You can never have too much lemon juice, can you? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and reincorporate our baking soda and our baking powder. And then you just want to whisk it up really good till it's like fluffy. Yeah. If you're still with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Now, you see how our batter is really creamy and fluffy again? The texture that we like. And then we're going to dump our salt back in there. So now we're actually going to measure in 2 cups of almond flour. 2 cups of almond flour. And we're going to mix our almond flour in there. And you see how the consistency is creamy like cake batter still. So we're making progress this round. Next, we're going to get our coconut flour, which calls for 5 teaspoons of coconut flour. So that's what we're adding to the batter at this point. I really do hope you guys try this because it's actually pretty good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get that vanilla in there. And now we're going to be adding our I added the lemon in there too. And now we're going to add our stevia, which is 2 droplets basically of stevia. Now when it comes to the sugar in this recipe, you can actually use the sugar that you prefer, but just make sure that it's keto friendly sugar. Now we have incorporated our liquid sweetener. We're going to get our granulated sweetener. Make sure that you guys just keep it keto friendly because remember, this is a low carb, keto, sugar free pound cake. So right here, you want to get 3/4 of a cup of your sugar and add that to the bowl. And now you're going to mix very well to make sure that everything is incorporated. At this point, the last thing that I'm adding into this batter is going to be the sugar. So we are all done with our ingredients right now. So I'm just really just mixing it up to make sure everything's well incorporated. So I just sprayed my little bundt pan with a little cooking spray. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get the batter in here. Make sure that you preheat that oven to 355 degrees. And you wanna place your cake in the center of the rack. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy in the oven. Now it's gonna bake for about 40 minutes, but you do want to test it with a toothpick to make sure that it's done. And voila, we have us a little lemon pound cake. And it smells so good, you guys. It smells just like pound cake. Now we're gonna get ready to do our cream cheese icing as we take this out of the oven and let it cool. Okay, you guys, I really don't have an exact recipe for the cream cheese icing because I kind of messed it up and just did my own thing. So basically, I just took some cream cheese, added some heavy whipping cream to it. I'm going to add some stevia liquid drops. Yes, I'm going to put some more of that lemon extract because y'all know I love me some lemon, so I want lemon flavor all over the place. So I add a little bit of that lemon extract in my icing, mix it up. It was a little soupy, so what I did was I ended up adding some more cream cheese to it until it got to the consistency that I like. And then I tasted it. It wasn't really sweet enough, so I went ahead and added some sugar to it as well. I think I added the powdered sugar to it so it'll be sweet enough. And then I just kept mixing it until it got thick enough. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm not really measuring anything. I'm just kind of looking at the consistency to see how thick it is. So to be for icing. I didn't want that thin, like runny type of glaze. I wanted more of an icing. So once you get it all mixed up, then you can kind of set it to the side. Make sure that your cake is cool enough. I ran into a little issue with my cake. I couldn't get it out the little bundt pan. So that's why you see me icing it in the actual pan. Next time, I think I might line my little pan with parchment paper because it didn't pop out like I thought it should. I ran the little spatula around the sides of it and everything, and it didn't want to budge out the pan. So I said, I'm not giving up. We just gonna ice in this bad boy in the pan and cut it out of the pan and do it that way. But I think the trick would be to use parchment paper so it'll pop right out. And voila, you guys, this is a slice of the lemon pound cake after I got it out of the bundt pan. It still was a little warm when I took it out, but doesn't it look close to the lemon pound cake that you would find at Starbucks? And the taste, it's a little bit of a different texture because remember we're using almond flour, but it actually tastes pretty good. If you have a little sweet tooth and you're trying to stay healthy, this will be a good recipe for you. All right, fam. Thanks so much for watching and cooking with me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit that bell notification. Until next time, love y'all. Bye.